So by now, I think the whole internet is caught up on the Key Look makeup artist fiasco. If you're not, go do some research. Go watch this 3-part series. She has taken it down, but the internet doesn't forget. So there is plenty of receipts out there. But anyways, let me start off by saying that I am a bridal makeup artist. I've been in the industry for a few years. I would say that this is my passion, and I absolutely love bridal makeup. I also come from a hospitality background. I was a server for many, many years, and I think one thing that sets me apart is my customer service, in addition to like my makeup and stuff like that. But I have a lot of thoughts. And I'm going to try to keep them as organized as possible. But I'm going to start off with the first thought that I had. I've seen a lot of people comment on the fact that they think that this bridal makeup artist is neurodivergent or on the spectrum. And I don't talk about this a lot on the internet because it's no one's business, but I have a neurodivergent child. My daughter is on the spectrum. So I have an understanding of how often people on the spectrum have a hard time with social cues. And I think that I understand where you guys are coming from, because it seems like this person wasn't reading social cues, but I don't think that's what's happening here. I don't think this person is autistic. I truly think that this person just doesn't give a shit about her brides. I think that she is more like a toddler, where toddlers love attention and getting reactions out of people, and she did not care if these reactions were positive or negative. There's a bunch of times where people are calling her like security and kind of like making fun of her, and she was asked to leave once and then she left, and then I feel like she got in her car and was like, no, that reaction wasn't big enough, I need more. Like, it was feeding into like her own personal emotional needs. So she came back and was almost escorted out by security. And that's when she was like, yes, that reaction is what I was looking for. It was big, it was dramatic, I needed that, and now I can go on the internet and make these videos. So no, I don't think she's autistic. I think that she's just a jerk. I think she's a jerk, and I think she behaved very much like a child. I also want to say that as bridal makeup artists or any vendors, we have been put in a very uncomfortable situation when it comes to social media, because in order to be successful nowadays, social media plays a huge part in how brides find us. You could be the best makeup artist in the world, and if you don't have a presence on social media, you are not going to get booked. And I think this makeup artist realizes that. And she understands marketing to a certain degree, because she understands that good or negative interactions online are still going to get eyeballs on her business. So do I think that she planned this? Not necessarily. But I do think that she was like, no, this is good. This is good. I have a title which is gonna catch people's attention. Getting kicked out of a wedding, like, that's gonna make you at least, watch for a few seconds, and then you watch more, and then we all became invested. So I think that her whole purpose behind doing all this was to get eyeballs on her business. She very much succeeded, because look at us, we're all talking about it now. And I'm looking at her social media, and I realize that she's getting a lot of content. And I know that getting that much content is not possible unless, one, you're starting super early and you have the timeline for it. But then I saw a video of wedding day coordinator saying that she ran 2 hours late. And I cannot imagine running 2 hours late for a wedding. I pride myself in making sure that my brides are on time, and there has been times where I think to myself, like, wow, I would be so much farther in my career if I had gotten the content, if I had gotten my bride tearing up when she saw her makeup, if I had gotten my bride to do a reel or a TikTok. And I'm not kidding when I tell you, in my years in the wedding industry, I have never asked a bride to make a reel or a TikTok trend video. Like, I've never asked her to do a dance or like a transition. I'll record from like the back if she's okay with it. And I'm sure I'd be, like I said, farther along in my career. But I just realized that it's not my place to ask her to do that. And her day is already stressful enough. There's so many emotions that I can literally feel through my brush, my bride go through that day. And I never want to add more to her plate. Another thing I wanted to say, I'm a very talkative social person. I'm an extrovert. And during our trial and preview, I'm trying to get to know my bride. I'm asking her about her fiance. How did you guys meet? Tell me about your dress. Like, how was the process? Tell me everything. Is there a theme? Tell me about yourself. Do you like dogs? Do you like cats? Like, I'm trying to get to know you. And then the wedding day comes and they get in my chair and I tell them, hey, I'm going to be a little more serious today, a little more quiet. I don't want you to think anything is wrong, but I am here to make sure that your day is absolutely perfect. And in order for that to happen, we have to stay on schedule. I don't want you to be stressed. I don't want you to have to be looking at your watch and, or your clock and be like, okay, are we almost done? Are we almost done? So I don't bring the vibes the day of the wedding. I let the bride bring the vibes. If she needs me to be a little more upbeat, then I will be. But most of the time, what a bride really needs that day is for you to do a really good job on her makeup, and for you to keep it moving and stay on time. Your bride did not hire you to be a comedian, to hype up the bridal party. She didn't hire you to do anything but make her feel beautiful. And that's it. So I realized that this woman was there for the wrong reasons. Everything she did was very self-serving. She tries to play it off as if it was for her bride and that all she cares about is her bride, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. She is there for her and her business, and attention is a disease. I've seen that on the internet before, and I think that's a very true statement. Some people need attention, and I think this woman should get some help and go to therapy. And like I said, I don't think she's autistic. I just think that she is trying to get as much attention as she can. And I hope for future brides that when you hire someone, you hire them for their professionalism. Because I've worked with really talented makeup artists who simply don't show up on time, who don't care about you, your feelings, or making your day perfect. And I would go as far as saying that because they're so talented, they think that they don't have to be the whole package. But a good makeup artist has to be the whole package. She has to be a good makeup artist. She has to be responsible. She has to be sanitary. She has to be responsible and take accountability for things. And if she's not a well-rounded individual, then she's not the makeup artist for you. And there will be someone else out there that can do a better job and not completely hijack your day. Anyways, those are my thoughts.